Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Triad Expeditions. And in this episode we're going to basically document the replacement of our Seitz, that is, window on our Camplite trailer. This is our FJ Cruiser, and we usually pull the Honey Badger with the FJ Cruiser, which is our teardrop trailer, in case any of you have seen that before or not seen it. And check out our other videos talking about our adventure teardrop. But we still have the Camplite, and we're going to be using it for tailgating soon. We used it for camping earlier this year, and the window was left open and it ripped it right off there. So it's on the side of the road somewhere. So basically these are the Seitz windows. They're imported by Dometic, and they're really hard to get a hold of. I say they're really hard because they changed the models and they're imported from Germany. Dometic only sells them through their dealer networks, and so if you can't just go to Camping World or something like that and say, hey, I want a Seitz window to replace the window. And then Camplite by Living Light, they still make trailers. Many of you probably are tuning into this because you have a Camplite. If you want to get a replacement window for this, it's going to be very interesting, and most likely they're just going to want you to bring it to the dealership. So after about 3 weeks of frustration, I decided that I was not going to replace this window with a Camplite or a Seitz window, German-made window, European style window, and instead replace it with a glass window by Motion Windows, which is out in Vancouver, Washington. So that's what we're going to be doing today. This has been like this for about 2 months, because actually longer than that, 3 months, between messing around, to say it nicely, with the local RV dealers that carry Camplite, and then basically ordering the Motion Windows, which took about 7 weeks for this custom window to come in. This trailer is pretty much sat the whole time, and we haven't been able to use it at all. And so that's what we're going to be documenting today. One other thing too I want to just show real quick while I'm thinking about it. This is a common Camplite problem here. Either it's a dielectric issue, but this issue on the door here, if you have a Camplite, you're going to expect to see that. It's either holding water, and I'm going to drill some holes in the bottom of the window, or bottom of the door that is, and I'm going to put some diamond plate here at the bottom to basically hide this cosmetic imperfection. And it's just corroding from the inside out. So I've seen other Camplite owners actually document that. I like the trailer because it's all aluminum, and we do plan on keeping it at this point in time. I had to put, this trailer is a 2013 trailer, and so the other thing I'm going to be doing today is replacing the soil pipe vent up top, because it's disintegrated within 4 years. And then I had to basically put new vent fans in, and when I did, I went with fantastic fans instead of the original cheaper fans, and I put the cowlings on there. So there's 3 of them, and I'll lift that up there so you can see it a little bit better. Hopefully the audio is still good so you can see it, but those allow you to basically leave your vent fans up. The other one's just disintegrated. We were up there cleaning, and they just like cracked and just flaked away. That is the problem. I mean, I'm going to talk a little bit bad about the RV industry, and people know this stuff is so cheaply made. They use the cheapest plastics, they disintegrate. This Camplite sticker is actually going to get scraped at some point in time, just because I think Camplite basically just, when I contacted them directly and said, hey, I need to know the model number of the window of the camper that you built, and this is the location of it, they should be able to give you that. They should be able to say, yes, it was a Seitz window model, such and such dimension. This is what part number, manufacturer number, SKU number, all that they should have been able to give me. And it was basically like, well, we're not sure. And then the dealer contacted them, and they're like, yeah, we're not sure what we did. You know what I mean? they're just not there for longevity. And Thor is the company that owns almost, you know, the majority of the RV industry these days. They basically have ruined the RV industry, in my opinion. They also own Air.stream now, and they own Camplite, and they basically are there for just profit. It is all about the profit, not about building a quality product. It's just about basically building something that will sell, and once you buy it, you're pretty much on your own. So these RVs are maintenance nightmares. They're maintenance hogs. The tires are cheap. I just came out to hook this up after it sat all this time and realized I had a flat tire. This rear flat tire was flat. So anyways, I'm getting long-winded now. Let me just stop it here, and then the next thing that you're gonna see is basically a replacement window in here, and show you what that looks like. Oh, one other thing, if you're still tuning in at this point in time, the other thing about the reason why I'm not going with replacing the Seitz window, because I finally did get somebody that wanted to sell me one, and it was $280 for it, not even including shipping. Shipping was going to be probably another $60. So I mean, really like $340 for that window. The fact is that these windows don't hold up. I mean, right here, it's cracking, and either that's UV or stress or whatever, and so this one's gonna have to be replaced. You know, this trailer is basically 5 years old, 6 years old at the time of this video, and these windows are very hard to get. They're very expensive. They're not as easy to install as the custom windows that you can get from Peninsula, and they don't hold up. So why would I buy another one? And that's the reason why I decided to go with a motion window. And you can customize the motion windows exactly what you want. And I ended up ordering just basically a clear window to go at the kitchen. I wanted to be able to just look out, and the shades inside, I'll still be able to reuse the shades. As you can see, the shades inside are the Dometic, or the Dometic Seitz shades. I'll be able to reuse those. I'm very confident of that. So let's get on with the installation. All right, so here we are with the motion windows, custom fitted window, made to order, installed, and it went really easily. I mean, there's some great install videos out there, and so I would not even begin to try to do them any justice with my install video. So, you know, definitely you can refer to that. It's right on their website when you order them. It's basically motion windows install, replacement, RV window replacement. But yeah, you can find it right there. So just as a reference, once again, it's motion windows. It is a quality product, and they went in really easily. Great thing is, I'm gonna leave that bracket up there. Obviously, I don't want holes in the side. It act like a little rain gutter. So the overall look, I mean, I think it's good. Matches the RV door, you know what I mean, and the black trim there. So it's not that big of a deal, you know what I mean, to not replace it with the OEM. I mean, it's real glass, it slides. You can get them tinted if you want, but the other great thing about it is going inside the camper here, it matches just fine. Still are able to use the Seitz, you know, shades, and put it down so it matches everything else here in the camper. Goes down just fine. If we need to open it, we just basically, you know, get rid of the screen netting and then reach over here and slide that sideways. This is a pretty small window, so you know, we did open it occasionally. The only downside to really any of this is that during a rainstorm, you don't have the benefit of the fact that the Seitz windows do act like an awning, a built-in awning, because they pivot out, and you can even, there's two adjustments. But there's plenty of other existing windows in here that does that. And then the other part of that too is, I mean, there's 3 fantastic fans in this trailer. So you can have literally every window in this trailer completely closed during a rainstorm, and being that I have the Fantastic Fan shrouds over the Fantastic Fans where I can leave them open during a rainstorm, I can have one basically feeding in and two exiting or whatever, you know what I mean? So I just can't really think of a reason per se other than weight that I would want to replace. I mean, these are aluminum frames that are powder coated, these motion windows, and they're glass. And there's a little bit of weight probably, but I don't know. I mean, you don't have the hardware, you know, involved that you do with the Seitz windows, and you know that's going to be a little bit aluminum and glass in quality. They're not going to fall out. They're not going to, you know, the UV is not going to get the best of this product here. I basically sealed it with some good Gorilla 100% silicone, rated really high. It's a very high quality silicone product. And speaking of that, you know, not to make this video any longer, but just one more thought when that you may get out of this is that while you have that Gorilla sealant, that's a good time to go around, you know, and seal all of your boxes and all of that. You know, your handle here, I did that. It's not the prettiest, but it's definitely going to work. There was no sealant whatsoever. I think that is contributing to the moisture getting in the door and basically causing this aluminum to dielectric react with itself, and it's making these little dimples here on the door. There wasn't any sealant at the top of this window too, so I think that's getting the best of that door. But just go around your whole trailer, you know what I mean? There's just so many things, like this locker here did that, the license plate, you know, all that stuff. These boxes here, your AC, they just use really cheap RV silicone sealant. They use the cheapest of everything. Anything that they can get cheaper to maximize profit, they do it. And so this sealant had already yellowed. The Gorilla is not supposed to yellow. It had yellowed poorly. It basically deteriorated. Yeah, you know, you got to redo everything on these things. And I know I'm bad mouthing the RV people really bad, but it's just true. It's just very disappointing when you spend the money that you do that they don't take more pride to at least give you as best of a product as they possibly can. It's more of like giving you or basically selling you the cheapest product that they can possibly can. So yeah, all right, well everybody have fun redoing your Camplite, and still would buy another, but it's just always disappointing when stuff like this occurs. All right, everybody take care, be safe, be sure to subscribe and like if you like this video and you find it helpful, and safe travels. Bye.